We just saw It Ends With Us.
We sure did.
Stick around and see what we thought. Was it good? Bad? Maybe? Well, we'll see. Hello, everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to Our Charmed Midlife.
Here we are again some more.
This is our review podcast. So in this one, we are only going to be talking about what we've been watching. And if you want to check out our charmed moments and midlife moments, we have that in a separate vlog. So please check out our channel and go watch our other videos.
It'll be somewhere.
Yes. So this week, the big movie that we went to see was It Ends With Us.
Wait, you didn't do it. What are we watching?
Oh my gosh. I wasn't sure if we were going to still do that, but we can.
Oh, we don't have to.
So what are we watching?
What are you watching?
What are you watching?
Oh, I'm watching all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of
all
stuff?
All kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Hey, why don't we talk about it?
Okay.
Okay.
So, the big movie we saw this week was It Ends With Us, starring Blake Lively, Justin Baldino, who also directed it, Jenny Slate. What?
Baldoni.
What did I say?
Baldino.
Baldino.
the great Baldino.
Baldoni. I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry, Justin, if you're listening.
And the new guy, which he's new to me, but Brandon Sklenner. My sister said he was on that 1912, the Yellowstone show.
I'm sure. He looks like it.
Yeah.
He looks like he could have been.
He looks like he's the fourth Hemsworth, really. But anyway.
He looks like if you took Chris Hemsworth, maybe not Chris, Hemsworth.
Definitely Chris Hemsworth.
And Will Wheaton and mashed them together.
Oh my God, that's a weird mashup.
Think about it. Think about it.
All right.
I'm going to think about it.
It Ends With Us is PG-13, which is also a little strange. But here's the write-up that I have.
Yes, please tell us what they said.
Adapted from the Colleen Hoover novels, Lily overcomes a traumatic childhood to embark on a new life. A chance meeting with a neurosurgeon sparks a connection, but Lily begins to see sides of him that remind her of her parents' relationship. So, first thing I want to say is this could be a trigger warning for people because this movie is about domestic violence as much as it appears that many of the stars of the movie don't want to talk about that. Justin Baldoni has definitely made sure that it is the forefront when talking about the movie. I think there should have been a warning in the beginning of the movie because I think the way they've advertised it, there are people who don't know that it's about domestic violence and they go and are shocked. And some will obviously be triggered.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about this movie. I just agreed to go because it's what we do. And it was not, I didn't know what to expect, but it was not what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go with ratings first. What are you rating It Ends With Us?
I'm sorry. I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay. I'm giving it a 6. Okay.
Yeah.
So
a 6.
Yeah, because the movie wasn't bad. What the problem is it's an adaptation from a book, and I believe there's a lot of stuff missing. I think there's a lot of character development missing. I think the book probably gives us a lot more info that when I left there I was like, well, what about that? What about that? It's probably in the book. It's just really hard to adapt a book to a movie, especially something that I think is really deep like this.
Yeah.
So there are, as you point out, there's 2 love stories. We go back in time to Lily when she was in high school and she meets Atlas and they have a love story. And then present time when Lily meets Ryle and they get together and get married and she sees the dark side of him. And there's a lot of past history, past trauma with many people in the movie. And I feel like we aren't told enough about those past traumas and tragedies to really understand where everyone's coming from. I'm certain people who watched the book. Well, first off, he was the only guy in the theater.
Who wasn't the server?
Yes. I think we were there with about 50 women who were all part of the same book club.
Yeah.
They were just, yeah. And
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
so they seemed, when the movie was over, I heard they all just, what? And I loved it, I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. Because they know everything. They have the background. So
Yeah.
they weren't left asking questions like we were.
If you know stuff from the book that didn't show up in the movie, I guess you're still going to have that reaction because you know.
Right.
And us not knowing, it was like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Now, I do think everyone was really good in it. So again, that's why my 6 might seem a little high, because everyone was really good in it. I thought Justin did a great job directing it. I thought Jenny Slate was really wonderful.
Yeah, she was.
I loved her in this. And, you know, there's a second novel called It Begins With Us. Maybe, I don't know if they're going to still do that. I don't know if Blake has the rights to it. I don't know.
Are we doing any spoilers?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Because I think a lot of people read the book. I think you can pretty much tell what's going to happen, but I don't know. Yeah, you can really see
And
it.
I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah.
Oh, rude.
Oh, I didn't mean that to you. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't mean that to you. I was just
It's
I was
okay if you did.
finishing my own thought. So why a 4 to you? What was it with? What's the problem you had?
It was too long.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like 2 hours.
I didn't feel like it was too long. I felt like it was too long.
Here we
It
go.
wasn't paced well enough.
Yeah.
I felt like it should have gotten to the bad stuff halfway, and it was about an hour and a half before we got to that. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we're just going to fly through this. You know, it really felt like they were trying.
I told you the ending was, to me, was rushed.
Yes,
And-
very much so.
And look, it was a 2-hour movie, and I'm okay with 2-hour movies if you take the 2 hours to tell the story. And I know that choices had to be made because you're adapting a book and you can't tell everything and that sort of thing. And I give Justin Baldino a lot of credit for.
Baldoni.
I know.
Oh,
that
you're
was
going to confuse me. I was like, wait, what did he say?
Okay. I won't
I
ever
have
do
to
that
keep
again.
looking at it. Baldoni. Which we love him from Jane the Virgin.
Yes,
If you haven't watched Jane the
yes,
Virgin, go watch Jane the Virgin.
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
Yeah, we like him. So he had choices to make. I don't know. I obviously don't agree with all his choices because I thought the movie pacing, the story that was told in the 2 hours, could have been better for somebody who doesn't know the story. I think even though you're adapting a book, the movie should stand on its own. And
Yes, I agree. But
I don't feel like it really. I mean, it did, but there were a lot of holes.
yeah, I agree. I think it should, and I know that that's very hard to do. But it's
especially
was
on
just
such a tough subject.
it was such a tough subject that I do feel
Yeah.
like there was a lot missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I give him a lot of credit. He did a good job. He did a good job. I have issues with each character. I won't get into that. I just,
Yeah, because that's just a personal opinion if you don't
yeah,
like the characters.
exactly.
That's up to you. Yeah.
And maybe they honored their character in the books perfectly. I don't
Right.
know. There were things about each character I really.
Yeah, I mean, I actually liked all the characters. Well, except for him, Ryle. But, and
Yeah.
it just, yeah, it was just hard I think the adaptation was just a little too hard to do because I do feel like we missed out on a lot of information. So now, again, when this is on, like the movie channels and stuff, I will watch it. That's again why I gave it a 6. I will watch this again. It doesn't mean I'm going to find answers, but it's just, it was fine. I wish it was something I had watched at home, instead of going to a theater, but it is what it is. It was the movie of the weekend. So
Yeah. I don't have much to add. I don't think I'll be watching it.
Yeah, I don't
when
think
it's
you
on
will
the
either.
movie
Yeah.
channels. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Justin. Whatever your last name is.
Okay. There we go. It ends with us. I gave it a 6. He gave it a 4.
I gave it a 4.
Do with that what you will. Yeah. So I have a few things that only I have watched, so I'm going to talk about these quickly.
I'll try to stay engaged with energy.
I would love that.
Yep.
I think that would be great.
If nothing else, I'll just sit here and go,
What?
do you call me Bowser? Or Bowser Jr. or whatever that thing is?
You wish. Okay, first thing I'm going to talk about is Despicable Me 4.
Oh.
This is on pay-per-view right now. I think it actually is like coming to one of the apps like this week or something. So I should have waited.
It's going to
but
stream pretty quick, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 9.
Holy smoke-a-lambs. Man.
Yeah. So here's the write-up on this. Gru, Lucy, Margot, Edith, and Agnes welcome a new member to the family, Gru Jr., who is intent on tormenting his dad. Gru faces a new nemesis in Maxime Lamal and his girlfriend Valentina, and the family is forced to go on the run.
Is that the character I said should have been voiced by Alan Cumming?
Yes, but it's instead voiced by Will Ferrell, so it's much better. I love Alan Cumming too, but it has the hair of Alan Cumming, and that's why he looks like.
I was walking through, and she was watching, and I said, "Ooh, that's Alan Cumming."
Yeah, but Will Ferrell did it better.
Okay.
Anyway, I gave it a 9. There's nothing to ever really get annoyed with in these movies. They're so cute and funny, and this one actually felt different. Now Lucy and Gru are married. They have the baby, which is funny. They had to go into witness protection because Maxime was after them, and so then they had to change their names, and Gru had to pretend like he was a normal person, and Joey King plays this little teenager next door who wants to be a villain, and she was funny. It just was cute. And the minions, of course. This time they had the super minions where they got the super serum, and so it was kind of a knock on some of the Marvel characters too, which was funny. It just was cute. You can't go wrong.
Okay, fine, I'll watch it.
Well, you haven't even watched like the second or third.
I haven't.
And the third one was Sandra Bullock, I think. Was that, or the second one? I forget which one.
Okay. Do I need to catch up on the series?
You don't,
I wouldn't think so.
It'd be worth it because it's just fun. And then all the Minions movies, I don't think you've seen any of those.
I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah.
I saw Despicable Me, the original.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
and
it.
the kids are still cute. It's just, it's adorable. And so,
all right, fine, I'll watch it when it comes out. And it's coming out on streaming next week, you said?
I think so. I'll have to look again. I think I saw that
what
somewhere.
was it? We saw something else that was already on streaming that we were surprised by. What was that?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I can't recall.
Maybe I dreamt it.
You have weird dreams.
I do, but we won't get into that.
Okay.
No, there was something that came up yesterday, and you're like, oh, that's already streaming or something.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't you? Where was I?
Blank space.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't know.
We'll move on.
Moving on.
Sorry.
To A Quiet Place, Day 1.
Okay.
So this is also on pay-per-view. Starring Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn, who's from Stranger Things, of course.
Yep.
The write-up here is a young woman named Sam finds herself trapped in New York City during the early stages of an invasion by alien creatures with ultra-sensitive hearing. I wouldn't necessarily call them ultra-sensitive hearing. They can only hear. They can't see anything. But anyway.
If it's your only sense, it's going to be ultra-sensitive.
I'm giving this a 3.
Ooh.
I know. So
all
here's
those
the thing.
who saw that coming, raise your hand. And here's why. Go ahead. Tell them.
The first one is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Because?
Well, it's not because of John Krasinski.
Well, it's a big
He
part
just
of
happens to be the wonderful person who wrote and directed it.
Because of him, it's a great movie.
Yes.
And
it's a great movie, that first one.
And what did this movie not have?
Well, yeah, it didn't have him, but neither did the second one. And the second one was fine.
Fine.
But the first one is just wonderful. It's a perfect movie. Anyway.
Do a Rocky movie without Sylvester Stallone. You can't do it.
Well, no, and you shouldn't do it.
Exactly.
But this is different. It's not that movie. I think I'm
bringing the wrong energy to this. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I don't know what to say, so I'm picking a fight. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll
It's
pipe
okay.
down now
It's
before you
okay.
beat
It's
me.
okay.
I'm going to get throttled.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no. She's rocking.
Anyway, it
A
just
3.
a 3.
A 3. Okay.
I wanted to, and it was so. It felt like there's two things here. There's the story. Lupita's character Sam. She has her own story, and I'm just gonna spoil it because I don't think anyone should really have to go and see it. But again, if you want to, it's not a big. It's not. I'm not. It's not huge spoilers. This is the story. Sam is actually in a hospice. She's about to die. And they're going into New York to see a show with like all these other people that are in hospice. And when the aliens come, she's like, yeah.
How unlucky is she?
So
Oh,
she's like, so the aliens come and, over the speakers, like, they're like, go to the piers and escape, New York City, whatever. And so all these people are walking that way, and she goes, I want to go get pizza in Harlem. And so she starts walking that way.
If you're on the way out anyway.
Obviously, that's her thinking. The other problem I have is she has a cat.
Oh, no.
And she loses the cat multiple times, and the cat still finds her. And I get so angry that she lost the cat. Because
she brought her cat to New York City?
Yeah, because she has a leash, and, and it's
And
her,
how did that
it's
work?
her, support animal.
Yeah.
That's my problem is it doesn't. Like, she doesn't, like, again, when we had a dog and we were in California and there was an earthquake, I would bullet train our dog wherever she was to protect her and make sure she was okay. And, I understand that maybe in real life circumstances people wouldn't think that way, but every time something happened and she was near the alien, the building's falling down, I'd be like, where's the cat? And she didn't go find the cat. So that was annoying me. That was very annoying the whole time. But the cat does make it through, so it's okay.
Okay.
And
Spoiler.
then
the cat lives.
So then Joseph Quinn shows up. And he's wonderful. And here's the thing. You have two really, really good actors. And it felt like they were both being completely wasted on this. It just, one, there's not a lot of dialogue because you can't talk. And two, it just felt like they were really overdoing the story and really wanted some sympathy. Really, like what could make the most sympathetic viewer, want to kind of like, again, the ending of the original, which just has me in tears all the time. This one was just so like in your face. We're going to garner some sympathy for these people. And it just didn't work right. So, and here's the other thing. The only interesting thing was these people could boat off of the island of Manhattan because the aliens wouldn't go in the water. And at first that confused me because they go in the water in the other movies. And so I was like, what the heck? Well, the other movies are a few months down the road. So obviously they develop the ability to swim or get in the water.
This was a prequel.
Yeah, well, this is day one. So this is when the aliens invaded. And the first one is like 100 and some days down or something.
Boy,
like
was
that,
I not paying attention to the important point.
Yeah, day one is the name of the movie.
Day one.
Day one. So anyway, that's a 3. I talked way too much about something that I gave a 3.
Okay.
But there you have it.
I'll bring less energy.
Next to our TV shows, the first ended a few weeks ago, and I just haven't talked about it, is Presumed Innocent with Jake Gyllenhaal, Peter Sarsgaard, Ruth Negga. There were 8 episodes. This is on Apple TV Plus. I'm giving the series a 6. I never saw the Presumed Innocent movie with Harrison Ford, so the whole time I had no idea where it was going. I guess they veered off of the movie anyways, so it doesn't matter. I think this went by the novel, the original novel. It was 8 episodes. It could have been 4. It felt very drawn out every episode. Like, not a lot happened. And then in the last 5 minutes of every episode, it was like, oh, now we got to wait till next week. So that was kind of annoying. If you're on Apple TV Plus and you're looking for a really good show like this, watch Defending Jacob with Chris Evans and Michelle Dockery. That show, I go back and I rewatch it often. I would recommend that show over this one anytime.
Same basic story or same.
No,
type?
Defending Jacob is where
Yeah.
his son is accused of killing a classmate,
Whoops.
and you don't know if he
Okay.
did it or not, and so
Gotcha.
that's a different thing. But
Same feel.
so 6 for Presumed Innocent on Apple TV.
Okay.
Next show I'm going to talk about is a Netflix series that just came out last weekend called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I watched this all in one day because there's only 6 episodes. It stars Emma Myers, who she plays Enid on Wednesday. She's Wednesday's roommate.
Oh, the bubbly blonde girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is an English show. I gave it a 9.
Is she English?
Yeah.
Figures.
I know. I didn't know that either.
All these people I can't tell.
I know.
Such
I gave
good
it a
American
9.
accents. A 9.
A 9. It was really well done. It was just 6 episodes of clean mystery. A girl from this girl's school had gone missing like 5 years prior, and she decides to finally look into it and for some personal reasons and stuff, and try and figure out what happened to her. And I had no idea what was going on. Like, it was, it kept me in the dark until they revealed what they wanted to reveal and who did it and why and all this sort of stuff. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. It was one of those good mysteries that really, really was just well told.
Okay.
And she was a good little young lead, and all these little high school kids, it was just interesting.
So I got to ask a question. So is it a drama, or is it like a fun drama?
No, it's a drama.
Drama.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's
Not a lot of lighthearted.
fun. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's succinct and well done, and just, paced well.
That
and,
makes up for a lot.
yeah, every episode gives you the right amount of information, and it's just well done.
Okay.
Yeah.
9.
9.
Wow.
On Netflix. Check it
Okay.
out. So that's it for everything I've watched. We are going to move on to the Actors Corner.
Wow.
Yes.
And who are we doing?
Will Ferrell.
Your other boyfriend.
Yes. I wish. I just watched Downhill yesterday.
Downhill.
The one with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Okay, we're back for the 4th time trying to film this Actors Corner, so I might have a bit of an edge at this point. I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. Will Ferrell. I love him. He doesn't.
I don't. Yep, there's the
Yet.
edge.
You will be
Yeah.
able to see that he really does like him.
Well, he's
He
got
just-
a lot of stuff.
He's unwilling to admit
He's
it.
not one of my favorite people. But
Okay.
we're going to go because who knows how long this is going to last.
Right.
So,
Something you love.
I love Elf.
Which is surprising because he doesn't like me to watch it. But what I've discovered is he's really just a Grinch, and he doesn't like Christmas stuff.
I don't mind Christmas stuff in the right
Like
portions.
from December 23rd
No.
to Christmas Day, he's okay with Christmas stuff.
Okay.
When I'm watching it in July, he gets very angry. Well, not angry.
Oh, I don't get angry.
No, he just doesn't. He won't sit and watch it with me.
Yeah,
That's all.
it's not time yet.
It's not
And
time
it's
yet.
like December 10th, 15th through
Yeah, I put the tree
31st.
up November 1st so that we can have 2 full months of
and I'm
the
okay
tree.
I'm okay with that because that's you. I'm fine you doing you.
I love Christmas. It's my favorite
Yep.
time of year. So I
Yep.
try to get as much use out of it as possible. So having the tree up for 2 months, but then I take it down before the end of the year. Like, it's done.
As Paula Abdul says, opposites attract.
And DJ Scat Cat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, the thing I love, first off, Elf. Yes, classic. Buddy the Elf is an absolute classic. You can't go wrong with that. And
Yep.
you do have a lot of quotes from it.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
So, my love is now Spirited, which it's a brand new movie. Basically, it just came out last year, but it's taken over my heart. It's Christmas. It's a musical. It's Will Ferrell
And
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Who's one
Who
of
wants to look at that?
one of your other guys?
Will Ferrell's got it all. He can sing. He can dance.
right now. Your voice is like a combination of Fergie and Jesus.
He's the love interest in the movie. Like, you know,
Yep.
Ryan Reynolds is just the jerk. Okay.
You're the only person who watches that movie for Will Ferrell versus Ryan Reynolds.
Probably.
Yeah.
But if you watch it and you like watch it, Will Ferrell's much better at all the singing and dancing.
Watch it.
What?
Nothing. You said watch it. Watch it.
Okay, something you like.
So this is 1A or 2A, and I've got like B, C, D, and E.
Yeah, which isn't allowed.
It's not allowed, so I narrowed it down to Step Brothers.
Okay.
They'll never know you're gone.
Sorry, that was funny. Yeah, Step Brothers. Again, not a fan of Will Ferrell, but he quotes that movie all the time.
Are you saying Pan or Pam?
I'm saying Pam. Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's this gentleman sitting behind you?
Hello, Ms. Lady. I'm Dale.
And how can you not?
His movies have some of the best quotes.
Yes.
Maybe not necessarily him, the character in it,
But he does have some good
a
ones.
lot. He does. Yes, I'll give him that.
And that is another classic. It's
Yeah,
one of those
yeah.
great cast, great concept. When they are sleepwalking, I'm not sure I can ever hold it together. And there's a lot of moments in that movie, but
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
So, something I like, Daddy's Home Too.
Yep.
It's just, for me, again, Christmas, Will Ferrell, John Lithgow, the two of them together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Classic combination. And then the opposite of Mark Wahlberg, who you don't like,
I don't.
and Mel Gibson, who I can't stand. The fact that I'm laughing at Mel Gibson with him and I enjoy him actually being in this movie. I'm not watching it around him and being like, I wish he wasn't in this movie. He's perfect in it with
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It smells like a bullfight in here.
Yes.
Incidentally, on the fourth take now, you kind of stole my thunder with the Mel Gibson thing.
Well, you always started it out, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't
We're
matter.
moving on.
Uh-oh, there's the edge.
Is there anything you hate?
No,
No.
no.
So he wants to say, oh, it's not the thing I hate, just things he doesn't want to watch.
Yeah, things I'm not interested in. There's
Yeah.
a bunch of those.
Now, mine is normally not necessarily that I hate it. It's just that I'm not going to watch it a second time. And mine on here is A Night at the Roxbury. I loved those sketches when they were on SNL with those guys, with him and Chris Kattan, but I did not like the movie. Did not understand it, and they got really annoying. So I had to go with that.
I'm going to petition the leadership of this thing that we change that hate to things I'm not going to watch again.
Okay. You heard it here. Done. Anything you secretly love.
Yes, Daddy's Home Too.
And again, a Christmas movie that he gets very annoyed when I'm watching it often. But he puts it on here,
There's just something about hearing, what is that song? All the artists.
Do they know it's Christmas?
Do they know it's Christmas? It's just something about hearing that in June that.
See, I listen to Christmas music all year long, so I don't know.
I know.
He's just such a Grinch.
Well,
The Grinch.
I don't think that's fair, but I
It's
just don't.
fair.
I don't need it all the time.
What I secretly love is the house.
Oh yes, yes. I'm not gonna pretend that I forgot about it now because I forgot about it the first time.
Yeah, so the first time he was shocked when I brought it up.
Because I had forgotten all about that, and that is a great movie.
Great
and
movie.
Some of my most favorite quotes.
Yes, so Will Ferrell, Amy Poehler together, great combination. But then you put in Jason Mantzoukas, and yeah, I mean, I think we probably replayed a certain line of this movie numerous times when we first saw it, and still we can replay it,
God,
and
yeah.
it's just the best.
I almost want to make it my ringtone because that's just great.
Yeah, and I can't find it online. I'll keep trying to find this clip online, and if I can, I'll put it in here. But
You should just get it and record it.
But it's a great cast, and it's one of those lesser played movies that when it's on, I jump on it. I should record it. I'm sure it's streaming. It's just, it's one of those things I don't go through and find. But I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. And it's just great.
Yeah.
Great, great, great.
Be sure.
Are those women's sunglasses?
No, they're Italian.
It's a woman's cigarette. That's nice.
Also Italian. Italian sunglasses, Italian cigarettes.
Okay. Ciao.
Sure to tell your friends.
Yes. He couldn't do it in the context of when we were talking about it, but he waits.
I didn't want to interrupt. You're in a flow.
Anything you're embarrassed you haven't seen?
Old school.
Which
I'm
I
still
think,
embarrassed.
I think I'm still a little shocked that you haven't seen it.
I've seen little parts of it because I actually thought about this. I know the context for "You're My Boy, Blue."
Do you?
Yes. Well, I saw the part of the movie where he says that, and
Okay.
the 30 seconds before that, or something. But,
Okay.
Anyway, I have not seen the whole movie. I haven't seen much of it.
Okay.
There.
Well, it's a classic
It
and
is.
something that absolutely has to be seen.
Yes.
Okay. I have nothing I'm embarrassed I haven't seen. And are you adding anything to your watch
I
list?
am not adding anything to my watch list.
I have nothing to my watch list either.
Yeah, everything of his that I wanted to see, I have seen.
I think you're probably missing some good ones in here, though. I mean, again, it's so hard because, well, go ahead with your list of what you think you had trouble with filling it.
My tidbits. That's what I call them now.
Okay.
So it was hard for me to narrow down the one that I love, the one that I like. There's a bunch of them I think you just have to mention when you're talking about Will Ferrell.
Yes.
Anchorman. You cannot talk about Will Ferrell without talking about Anchorman.
Absolutely.
Somewhere, somehow.
Yeah. And I didn't put it on my list because it is one of those. It's almost implied that that's probably his best.
It's just understood.
Yeah. It's so I just, yeah, go ahead.
Sure. The Producers. One of my
Yeah.
favorite movies. I didn't put it in his because he's his role in it isn't as large as Matthew Broderick or Nathan Lane or any the other principals,
Right.
but that's just one of my favorite movies, and his role is Hans.
Hans Liebken? Yeah.
Lieber.
I don't know.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. Bewitched,
I love Bewitched.
which is surprising because I'm not a big fan of him, and I'm not a big fan of Nicole Kidman.
I know.
But that movie, the combination just really works.
It's
And
just a cute movie.
Yeah, it was. It's a cute movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stranger Than Fiction.
Stranger Than Fiction is one that I have that I was trying to fit in here somewhere.
That was almost my secretly loved, but
It's such a great movie.
it really is.
It's so original and,
it's
so
him
great.
in a. I'm not going to say a serious role, although it is kind of a serious role.
Yeah.
It's definitely not comedy.
Right.
There's hardly any laughs.
It's just
in
a
it,
good movie. That's
Yeah,
right.
it
That's
really
why.
is.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't move on without Spirited.
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Johnny Hates Christmas. We know.
That's the T-shirt I'm going to get you for Christmas.
You know what?
Johnny hates Christmas.
No.
Well, you also hate Halloween, I guess.
This
So
is bullshit.
yes. So mine, the only other things that I really wanted to put in there were Stranger Than Fiction and SNL, because again,
Yeah.
it's hard to not include SNL. But I mean, going through my stuff, it's like Lego Movie is
Yeah.
classic. When he was on The Office after Steve Carell left, it was classic. I mean, everything. Zoolander, Wedding Crashers, I was just watching yesterday. I just watched Downhill yesterday. And then also the Apple show, The Shrink Next Door with him and Paul Rudd, which was like this true story. And you talk about a serious role. That was a very serious role. Such a good show. Like everything he does. He did the movie that he did entirely in Spanish. Him and Kristen Wiig did the Lifetime movie that was hysterical, but it wasn't a joke, So it's like
Yeah.
he's just brilliant. And that's all there is.
When you talked about SNL, I just had a flashback to that hot tub scene with
Oh.
Rachel Dratch.
Yeah, all of those with the
That's
lovers.
like-
Yeah.
So classic.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just
Yeah.
doing Bush, doing, everything he did. It was all good.
More cowbell.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Genius.
Yep.
Okay. So we made it
Looks
through.
like we made it through.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah,
So
we
we,
appreciate it.
like I said, we are splitting up our videos now between our vlogs and our review shows. So thanks for sticking around for this. Please go and check out our daily vlog that we did. Well, not daily. I guess it's weekly, but we talk about anything that we do throughout the week. Please like and subscribe the channel so that we can continue to grow. And comment below. What are your favorite Will Ferrell things? Or do you not like him in the opinion of John? Did you like It Ends With Us? I would love to hear from someone who read the book. And are we way off? Or, you know, what did you think of it? So please leave a comment and interact. And we will see you guys next week when we've watched some more stuff. I think The Instigators is one of the things. We already watched it, but we're saving that review for next week.
That's definitely one of the things.
That is one of the things.
That is one of the things.
All right. Thanks so much for watching our Charmed Midlife. We will see you guys next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.